Welcome back to the Hide. We are back in the gun room today for another accessory review. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. We actually do have an AK out on the bench. So this is going to be taking a look at the AK Master Mount. Now this is my Century Visca. They have two different models, just standard AK and then a Visca specific one of these. And this allows you to mount a side rail adapter to the receiver of your AK without having to rivet or drill anything or anything of that nature. It comes with two hexagonal pins that replace your hammer and your trigger pin, and these go through the receiver on both sides, and then they fasten on the other side, which you can see here, with two hex screws. Now, the thing with this is I wanted to try and shoot an optic on this. Yeah, I know. But I didn't want to go through riveting and all that stuff in case I don't want to leave it that way. So this seemed like a good kind of blend of that. From what I've seen, these are supposedly rock solid. I don't know that yet. I was going to do a full install video, but YouTube would put the kibosh on that for manufacturing. But just to kind of go over what I did on this to get it installed and a couple of tips now that I've got it installed. So again, they replace your standard pins. So you're going to pull this down, pull your rod out, carrier, bolt, all that good stuff. And then the pins just come out. Now you're going to have to remove the locking tab that keeps your pins from walking back and forth. So you're going to have to remove this. And then they come out. Now, I will recommend when you're doing this, put the first pin for the hammer in first. And you're going to have to take this and kind of maneuver it around to get that to go through. And then once you get it to go through, you can start one of your little hex screws like this and get it kind of held in place. And then you can go ahead and do the back one. And then you can get it flush fit. Now, they recommend 6 to 8 inch-pounds. And I would be very, very mindful whenever you're tightening these two screws, because if you over tighten these, it's going to put pressure and clamping force on this receiver and you won't be able to get your carrier and your bolt back in. Or if you do, it's going to be really tight and it won't be free flowing like it would be from the factory. So just be really mindful when you're tightening those down. Now, I have not shot this yet. I don't know. So stay tuned for the review on this because we're going to see how well this thing's going to hold zero. But I will do a full review on the rifle itself once I get the mount and the red dot in I'm going to use for it. But overall, I mean, it installed pretty easily. I did use red Loctite on these hex screws just to kind of help to hold them in place. And they have set up for, gosh, it's been 48 hours since, well, 36 hours, I guess, since I put those on. So again, you just want to make sure that you do not over tighten them because it's going to clamp that in. Because when I first did this, I'm not even going to lie, I tightened them down to what I believed to be 8 inch-pounds, which my fat wrench would only go to 10, but apparently that was too tight because I couldn't get the bolt back in. It had pulled this receiver in just enough to where the bolt wouldn't slide back into the receiver itself. So just kind of be mindful of that. But otherwise, install was super easy. The pins went in relatively easy. Like I said, you just kind of gotta finagle these parts of your hammer and your trigger, and then they slide right in, and you can lock them down. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for that video. It's going to be, I would imagine, a fun one. But if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. If you got any questions on this, post them up below. Please go over and check out our Patreon and our campsite. Really appreciate all the support there. And as always, shoot straight. Later.